Moreover, it's extremely obvious to anyone who watches that this guy had direct connections to a foreign government. Now, no one's allowed to say that that foreign government is Israel because we have been somehow cowed into thinking that that's naughty. There is nothing wrong with saying that. There is nothing hateful about saying that. There's nothing anti-Semitic about saying that. There's nothing even anti-Israel about saying that.
A new batch of leaked emails has reopened one of the murkiest chapters around Jeffrey Epstein. Not his crimes, not his island, but his deep, concealed grip over billionaire Leslie Wexner's financial empire. For years, the Wexner Foundation insisted Epstein was little more than an advisor. But these emails tell a different story. Epstein acting as the quiet hand steering major money, major decisions, and major donations tied to powerful networks in the United States. The leaks show something extraordinary. Epstein functioning like Wexner's internal financier, not publicly, not officially, but in the shadows, approving transfers, signing off on funds, coordinating tax moves, and directing politically sensitive grants that ran through pro-Israel philanthropic pipelines. Across these exchanges, one figure keeps appearing: Darren Indyke, Epstein's lawyer. The emails portray him as the buffer, the firewall, the one filtering instructions so Epstein's fingerprints stayed hidden. The Wexner financial controller repeatedly waited for Epstein's green light, even after Epstein's supposed exit from the foundation. The leaks also point to donations woven into major U.S.-Israel networks, from university programs to leadership fellowships to cultural institutions. Transfers worth tens of millions moved through channels where Epstein had more involvement than the foundation ever acknowledged. Some of it was routed to a fund linked to Abigail Kopel and her family's historic ties to early Israeli intelligence circles. This story doesn't end in America. Another fault line is shaking inside Israel. Former Prime Minister Ehud Barak surfaces again. Emails showing consultancy work, advisory fees, and communication that opponents have seized upon. It comes at a moment already supercharged by political rivalry, with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Barak trading accusations for years. And last month, Netanyahu reignited a firestorm by sharing a Jacobin article claiming Epstein boasted of meddling in Israel's own elections. The piece highlighted earlier leaks suggesting far closer ties between Epstein and Barak than either has openly admitted, fueling speculation, fueling suspicion, and fueling a political feud that has spanned decades. None of this proves espionage, blackmail, or hidden agendas, but what it does show is influence, extensive, cross-border, and deeper than previously documented. A financier operating inside the machinery of wealth and power even after his criminal fall. A foundation managing vast sums tied to national and political identities. And a cast of global figures whose connections keep resurfacing in leaks, in archives, in court filings. Wexner has since portrayed himself as a victim who trusted the wrong man, but the emails paint a far more complicated picture. Epstein embedded inside billions of dollars, inside elite institutions, inside political ecosystems long before the world understood the scale of his double life. With every new leak, the Epstein saga morphs into something larger, no longer only about exploitation, but about power networks stretched across philanthropy, intelligence-linked circles, and political rivalries that continue to shape nations. These latest documents won't be the last, but they sharpen the question at the center of it all.